Ancha, wapastem tsikasun. So White Horse here. We're going to continue on again with our teachings about the 13 moons. And we are on the month of June right now. So with June as Nihiawak, we call this moon Opaskahao Pisim, or the egg hatching month. So with Opaskahao Pisim, uh, we're taught that it will bless us around the second or third week in June. And our elders, our Kiftiyak, they pass on teachings that Opaskahao Pisum, along with the solstice on June 21st of June, makes this time a very special time of spiritual awakenings for Nihiawak, for Cree peoples. Nations west of Nihiawaski, or nations west of Cree country, uh, also call this moon in June strawberry moon, as it's at this time when the strawberry flowers usually bloom, and they call that moon Mehdehemin Pisim, or the strawberry moon. With the strawberry moon, uh, they call it the strawberry moon not only because this is the time when the strawberries are usually harvested when they flower, because that's when they have the most medicinal value for stuff like heart medicine, or kidney medicines. But they call it Mehdehemin Pisim because with it looks like a heart, and in Cree when we say heart we say Mithte, which sounds very much gives that strawberry the name, sort of almost like it's saying it's a heartberry, because it looks like a little heart. And of course, by coincidence or by design, it's also used as heart medicine for Nihiawak who know how to use that medicine. So we are taught as Nihiawak that during this moon in of early June, it's a time when the spirits are transformed into physical beings. And we are shown this by seeing that the birds at this time are hatching from their eggs and becoming physical beings after being spiritual beings, and then living in the egg and then emerging as physical beings. So we're taught that also at this time, this is when spirits show themselves as physical beings, and they emerge onto our earth as well. So with the last moon, it was building up that spiritual energy, we are taught. And then as this full moon hits in June, that's when that spiritual energy is released and comes forward as a physical being. That's the teachings we're given anyway. So because this is such a spiritual awakening time, we're taught that this is when we usually prepare for Sundance, because with the coming of the solstice on the 21st of June, that's usually when Sundances begin. So at this full moon, we're spending this time preparing for the Sundance, as that spiritual energy is being released from all of the plants and the animals. They're releasing that spiritual energy out onto our world. So we're taught that this is a time to prepare for Sundance, because that um, we have that close connection to the spirit right now. So during Sundance season on the solstice, that's when the connection to the spirits is strongest. So in the old days, this would also mark the beginning of powwow season, and it was a time to travel and reconnect with those we haven't connected with from far away. A time when different nations would come together to reaffirm bonds or to strengthen old bonds. So during the solstice, it's common to also see what's called a sunrise ceremony. The sunrise ceremony was a very special pipe ceremony that was held on the solstice with the rising of the sun. So it happened very, very early in the morning. And this is a special pipe ceremony. As in usual pipe ceremonies, we honor all the spirits around us. With the sunrise ceremony, it's specifically dedicated to giving thanks to Musum Pisum, or grandfather's son, and all the prayers go towards giving thanks to the sun for giving us life and energy. So uh, that sunrise ceremony, pipe ceremony, would be held on that solstice morning, and we call it a sunrise ceremony. So as we prepare for Sundance season on the solstice, our Kithtiyak, our elders teach us that it's a time for reflection and reconciliation. And it's more of a reconciliation with our spirit, because during the other moons, what happens is often we drift away from our inner spirit, and we sort of tend to not listen to our inner spirit or our inner voice, and we drift away from that. And it's during this moon that we're taught it's time to reconnect and reconcile with our spirits, because of this time being a time of spiritual awakening. So as this moon allows our spirit to show more than usual, it was also looked at as a good time to reconcile relationships with those around us. So, anyone where we may have been arguing with, or have grudges with, or resentment or disagreements with, it was during this moon that we're taught to reconcile with them, and make up with them, because it's during this time when the masks that we usually wear is the thinnest, and it drops, and our spirit is doing most of the speaking, because our elders teach us that most of the time uh, we speak with a mask on, and we don't allow our inner spirit to speak its truth. So during this moon, our spirit is doing most of the speaking. So it's a time to reconcile with people, and work through disagreements. So with the water teachings during this moon, we were taught that the energy from this moon is good to use as maskiki medicine water that was used traditionally in stuff like talking circle ceremonies, or used to settle disputes, or used as medicine to take away anger or resentment. Um, at that time, because of that ability for us to be speaking with our spirits. So, since the eggs are starting to hatch, this also marked the end of the egg harvesting season. The birch have stopped sapping at this point, and the leaves are out. But it's even though we were finished taking our sap from the trees because of the leaves are out, it's the perfect time to start gathering birch bark for either crafts or building, because at this time in June, the bark is the easiest to peel after they've finished sapping. So those are the teachings that I've got about uh, the June full moon, o Paskahau Pisum. I hope you learned something. Thank you for joining me. Tinanas kum tinawaw kah kiyaw.